in Arabic. Muslims have. They've done it worldwide. Muslim leaders have done it.
Martin, Tommy is voicing a concern, and surely you will accept that he's reflecting maybe a concern that from some of my listeners as well this morning, that there is a move towards greater and greater acceptance of Islam in this country, and he's worried by that. Do you accept that?
Well, first of all, Tommy has drawn attention to an incident in Munich today, and one of the things I would want to say unequivocally is that Islamic Relief detests terrorism in all its manifestations, and the targeting of civilians in conflict as well. That's not what we stand for. We're a humanitarian agency, and he's choosing to pick a fight with Islam, with a whole religion, about this advertising campaign, which is by a single Muslim charity, and one of the scriptures from the Quran that we are particularly inspired by at Islamic Relief is one that says, if you've taken the life of one person, it's as if you have taken the life of all mankind. And if you've saved the life,
just let Martin finish the point, and then sure you can.
Yes, I didn't interrupt you, Tommy. If you have saved the life of one person, you have saved the life of all mankind. Life is precious. We're an organisation that's working to save lives in some of the most difficult and dangerous places in the world. And as far as Muslims in the UK are concerned, the vast majority of the British Muslim population are hugely proud to be British, and they're proud of the freedom of speech here and the values of British society. They're very hard-working and law-abiding. And we hope this campaign will help to show that side of the Muslim community, which is too often hidden away behind stereotypes which come from the associations of terrorism, which are inevitably out there.
Tommy.
Martin, how dare you, as a Christian, come on the radio and use the verse 532, which is what you just said, which in the Quran it says, if you kill one man, you kill all of humanity. Why not put it in context and read out the very next verse that says, unless they have caused mischief in the land, then they can be executed, have their hands and feet cut off, and exiled from the land. How dare you come on the radio and use a verse like that to try and portray Islam in a positive and peaceful light, when the very next verse, if you put it in context, speaks about murdering people who have caused mischief. And top imams and top scholars in Saudi Arabia declare mischief as simply being non-Muslim, like you are, Martin. Unfortunately, you're on the payroll. I'd have much rather had a Muslim representative of that charity on here so we could push their views on punishment for apostasy, push their views on punishment for homosexuality, and push their views on integration in the UK, which we're not going to get. And I'm disgusted that you're even on the radio as a Christian, flouting a false objective.
Tommy, let's keep it civilised. I mean, it's been a fairly civilised discussion up until now. There's no need to be too...
It's not until he started...
I'm going to ask him to address that, but you don't need to be as aggressive as you're being. Martin's not being aggressive at all towards you. Martin, how do you...
I'm not being aggressive, I'm being passionate.
Fine.
So Martin, tell me about verse 533. The very next verse. Open the Quran, read out what you just said. If you kill one man, if you kill all of humanity, and read the very next verse.
Tommy, I'm not going to get into a detailed conversation with you about every verse in the Quran, because I think that's... No, I think that is going to create more...
But can you respond to that one point, that as far as Tommy is concerned, he's frustrated that you've quoted a part of the Quran that portrays Islam in a very positive light, in a very peaceful and caring light. Tommy's saying that if you continue to read, the very next section actually is not nearly as positive, is not nearly as generous. It's all about killing people and cutting their hands and feet off. Do you accept that?
Well, I merely quoted a verse of the Quran, which is among many that inspire Islamic Relief. And what I've underlined is that Islamic Relief stands unequivocally against killing people. Islamic Relief is about saving lives.
But do you accept that the Quran is not as peaceful as maybe you've just portrayed it to be?
I don't, because I believe profoundly from the Muslims that I have met and that I work with that Islam is a religion of peace. And I think that there are a few fanatics who have distorted the core of the religion and claimed Islam as a cover for acts of extreme violence, which is given no justification by the scriptures that they claim to follow.
But how can you talk of it being distorted when it is as clear as Tommy has just outlined it to be? I mean, the words, you can't argue with the words. It's there in black and white.
Well, again, I would say he is picking out particular.
No, you're picking out. No, you picked out, mate. You picked out Martin. You're a disgrace, Martin. Disgrace to Christianity and a disgrace to England. You're on here selling an Islamic point when you're supposed to be a Christian. You're trying to further the goals of Islam in the UK, which we see happening day by day by sell-out coward leaders like yourself. You're on a payroll.
Tommy, back off the personal insults. Let's just focus on the point.
Yeah. Well, the point is, he's saying that I'm picking out verses. He just picked out a verse in the Quran to try and sell us that Islam is a religion of peace without putting it in context. And he's lying to your audience. He's lying to the general public, which is what's happening across the UK. It's what happened on Heart FM this morning when the radio presenter said someone shouted, "God is great." No, they didn't. They shouted, "Allah is greatest."
Listen, Tommy.